welcome back to Tactics Talk with Guido. Thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate the support of the channel, whatever form it comes in. You know, for me in this game, World of Tanks, one of the types of tanks that I have the most fun in is the medium tank. It's just so flexible, so maneuverable, has decent punch, most of them do. Armor is usually not that great, but sometimes it's okay. But really, it's the flexibility of a medium tank, and I enjoy playing them very aggressively. So the medium tank, let's talk about aggressive play in the medium tank. We've loaded in Siegfried Line, and I have spawned in the south spawn, and I'm going to one of my favorite early positions on Siegfried Line, especially nearly any tank really. TDs not so much, at least casemate TDs, but mediums and heavies. Getting up in here next to this church and working this little spot here, and I always enjoy the explosion of whatever that is I run over every time. And this gives a great position for, let's get rid of all that, for multiple shots. So you can have shots down behind you, down that way, shooting anything that might want to cross over and try to get to this corner, shooting people that come into this middle, and then I'll show you right here, shooting guys through these archways who move up this road. You do have to watch in this position people right to your right. If they do come around some of those buildings or get into that flat area over here, they can shoot you in the side, so you do have to pay attention. I'm going to wait here for a little bit, see what shows up, if anything. There's a Pershing, and just not really quite ready, but I do just barely get that snap off on him. And now I'm spotted, so you do have to be careful. I back up right away, or pretty much right away. You do have to be careful sitting places like that too long if you get spotted. Somebody may feel like they've got a nice little shot on you right there and take it. So the 103 is looking at me. I don't want to jump in there and let him get a shot on me. I am also spotted. Now this E75 is working on the 103. I'm trying to work around him here. Unfortunately get up into his top armor. There, he's fired again. And now there's a tortoise over there, so I'll change my mind. I don't want to poke in there too much more. Come over this way and see if I can get a shot. Taller tanks have an easier time right there. This is a very flat, low silhouette tank. Oh crud, there's that tiger. And I... What? Not really sure what happened right there. But I do not damage him. Looked like a crit. No damage, or potentially I hit some rubble or something in the way there. But the tiger moves away. He gets pushed back. I'm not too worried about him now. The 103 is kind of getting chased away. The E75 gets aggressive, which is really helpful to us, and down he goes. So I'm going to support this E75, and that's one of the things about playing a medium aggressively. With the heavy, who's running around being the big bully with the armor, you can then use your DPM and rapid reload and get in on people. And that's pretty typical. That's why it's dangerous for what I just did right there. Guys will sit up on that hill. But sometimes taking a hit to get a position is not an entirely bad idea. You can get overexposed in here, so you do have to be kind of careful on how you make this thing happen. But the E75 is supporting. Coming in here alone is not a great idea with the medium, but with the E75 they're helping to keep them honest. See, I'll just continue to work this. I'd love to get that crown down. I just don't want to poke out there and take a bunch of hits. He's probably on a reload. Oh, okay, there's a Pershing right there. This guy's not paying a whole lot of attention. He gets hit. Hits a hit again. Not quite enough to kill him. He tracks me. Unfortunately, I'm tracked, so I see the crown, but... Oh, and I miss, and I get back, but there's the T62, so now I do need to pull back out of here. Aggressive's one thing, but being silly and stupid is another thing entirely. So a shot, no, darn it, and I'm able to bounce one. With his heat going into my rounded turret, I'm able to bounce that off. The T62's got trouble, right? You can see that the team is starting to wrap around these guys, so he has to back off. Pershing goes down. Now I need to go find a way after these guys that are out in the flat. And I don't go through the opening to my left there because it's more exposed. I know that the hill rises a bit right here. I'm able to come around this corner and minimize my exposure to the rest of his team that's down in the flat area right there. Drop him, move up, cut a little left because my depression's not great on this tank, but let's get in there and see if we can't help this GF. A shot on the WZ. You know, at tier 9 and tier 10, the accuracy of these tanks allows these kinds of snapshots. Probably didn't mention it, but obviously this is the T-55A tier 9 German Soviet design tank, East German. That seems to go into the ground or something. I'll just ram this guy. Trying to track him, but I get myself tracked and I'll fix it and get out of here and move on. The reason I fixed the track right there after I ram him is because I want to be able to maneuver back and get away so I don't put that shot straight into his turret. I'd like to be able to get enough offset from him there that I can actually get a shot into his side. I thought I was going to have this auto aim. I come right up and over and I'm just about there to... Oh, E-75 gets him. And I won't get any more damage in there. So 3,597, 4 kills in a tier 10 battle. Getting in there, supporting tanks aggressively like that E-75 who pushes in there. For me, it's just a better gameplay style than sitting back and hiding behind rocks and trying to get in bushes and I'm a flanker and all this kind of mess. You can take the mediums into cities like that, and if you're smart about it and careful, they can be extremely effective. They just become super annoying. Their mobility, they're coming from every direction, they're firing all the time, tracking, hitting, all that kind of stuff. For my money, that's the way you play the mediums. Just a lot more fun play style. All right, guys, I hope you learned a little bit here. Hope you like what you saw. If you did, make sure you subscribe. And as always, we will see you.